Good morning. I hope everyone is well. It's Rachel here and we are back working with these journals. I haven't progressed any further, but I thought I would take you through the process. We'll do one. I think if we focus on one, we'll get the pages in one. So that way you can, those who are new to journal making can see how the pages go in, and those of you have seen it all before, you can look away when I stitch the pages in. But I'm going through the process of choosing all my pages. I've got my digitals ready. These, I've got a mix of botanical. I've printed on the reverse side, you know, some wallpapers that could be written on or decorated, and I folded them in all different directions. So there's botanicals, and then there's a few Eastery sort of ones as well. I don't find them to be, except for the eggs, over Eastery. If you decided you didn't want to use the journal for Easter, you could always collage over any of the eggs sort of things, but they're pretty cute. So I've chosen those. I've got 15. I may not need them all, but I have a nice spine. I think it's probably 1.5 looking at it. It could be 2. No, about 1.5 inches, which is pretty much what my go-to. I don't want to cover that bit. Excuse me, am I on screen? I don't want to cover that bit there. So I probably will only cover one side. I might do a bit of collage. I'll probably put a nice pocket there or something. But someone's done that with one of those beautiful ink pens, so I didn't want to cover that. Okay, so let's go through. I'll move that out of the way because now we've got to go through the selection of papers besides the digitals. So I've just got a vintage page here. It's nice and strong. I just literally folded it. I'll show you. I'll do another one. So it's one of these. I think I'll leave. Oh no, I folded it or to the size of my book. I think I've got another book about that size. So I just sort of put it, excuse me, I put it on top of the book. It needs to stay, well, it doesn't have to. You can have things flying out the sides if you want to. But I sort of fold it to there, and it's in the confines of the book. And then I fold that up like so. And then I snipped, and you've seen me do this before, I've snipped on the inside of the fold there, and then across the fold here. And I'm going to stitch that into my signature, and I'll extend that page. Fold that down because I'm going to make this a pocket, and then just put some glue there and there, and I've got my pocket as well on that page. So that's how I prepared that page, just to show you quickly. I'll put that up there. Okay, and then I've got a couple of these lovely plain papers. I thought I'd choose, this is called chamomile, and then the green one. So I've got a couple of those. I like to have some plain papers. So that's a vintage page. That's fragile. So that's why I turned my camera on, because I was asked, what do you do with fragile papers? I think I'm going to glue that down. So that will make that side strong, and that side's doing okay. And if I wanted to attach a pocket to this page, I might attach it there on the side that I folded over the edge to make it stronger. So that's that page. Oh, let me just check. I've got to keep, I'm going to fold them too. So I do need to have this nearby just to make sure they stay inside the book. Enough. Okay, so these ones, I think if I fold them in half, they're going to be fine. And if not, I can trim them down. So I'll just fold those. You can fold them even slightly differently, like so, and then fold that in. And I could decide to actually fold that again and glue it down. And that will be, glue that down, and then that's a tuck there. So you can fold, they don't all have to be, you know, the same size. Then I've got this lovely $17.99 title page. I think I'll put, let me see, that's, oh, I might not be able to stitch that one in. It's ripped. Anyway, we'll see if I can. I've got another couple of vintage encyclopedia pages, I think. They're pretty fragile. I think I'll put that in sideways, because all my pages, they're not going to all be the same height. I have this page here. Some people got these in the pack. I think I'm going to fold that one like that, and then I'll extend it. So it's going to be a shorter page. I also wanted to include this one. Is that 1 or 2? Oh, it's a nice thick page. I love that. I want to keep that. So I'm going to fold that one similar way to the other one. And I'll also extend that page. And I'll also have an instant pocket there because I'm going to fold up the bottom as I did the other one. I'm going to move it up a tiny bit higher and do the same as the other one. It's a different book but similar size, obviously. Or maybe it's the same book. I don't know. Anyway, this one has a little image on that I like. So I'm keeping it. And then that will fold over and I'll glue that down. Oops, I think I folded that crooked. As per usual. Let me see. Not too bad. It'll do. I have this lovely page I wanted to keep. So what I'm going to do is, and I actually find with these pages that I have to extend, I actually find that a lot of fun. I like that. But I am going to trim the top of this one off. Yep. So let's put a crease there. And so just to show the variety of pages as well that's going to go into one, into a journal, I'm going to tear that off. Or I could keep it and have a top tuck. Let's keep it. I never do that before. There you, I've never done that before. Do that before. Terrible English. Done that before. Let's keep it. And we're going to make that a top tuck. How about that? That's a bit of fun. So I do my folding and then I do all my gluing afterwards. It's a newer book, but really lovely. Love the artwork there. So that's going to fold there. Good. And then I always like to put some straw paper in. This one I'll just fold it. That should be fine. Like so. Just fold them all in half. I might not need all these pages. There might be too many, but I prepare them and then I decide whether I'm keeping them or not. I do need to have some that are taller because the book is obviously taller than the digitals. This is a fragile piece of paper, so I am going to fold that over and that will attach to another page. Fold that over and fold that up, but I think in this case scenario I'm going to take this off. I'm not going to have them all pockets, so that's going to come off. That can be used somewhere else. That's going to go in as a page. Then I've got these rag papers that are, oh, it's going to be good, nice size. And then this is also rag paper, but this was a book in English. It was 1700s. I think it was about William the Conqueror. So that's that one. And then I've got this lovely craft paper that I got from the art store up in San Marino that we like to go to. And I'm going to fold these. Let me just see. I think half is going to be too wide. Let's see. All right, and if they stick out, I'll just trim them down. It's okay. So I might use those. Let me think. I usually have a bit more book pages than what I've got. So I might pull out some more book pages in case I need them. But I may not need them. I'm going to clear off my table and we're going to start sorting the pages. You've seen me do this millions of times, so it could be a bit of a bore. But we're doing it again. Okay, so there's my book. I don't need my book. I put my book. Where's my postcard gone? Might be over there. Okay, so I just start separating them out. I've got 1, 2, so I'm going to have 3 signatures. I'll put that one aside because I've got more of those, so I like to sort of separate them. So I'll put those 2 are the same, that one in the middle. There's another one of those. We'll just see how many of those we've got. There's another one. Oh, that's the top tuck one. And there's another one. Quite a few of those. Here we've got these. So I'll put those there and that one. I've only got 2 of these, but I've got the... Oh, there we go. That's nice. There. So not too many pages, and that's going to be done. I still need to do my gluing. There's my front. I'll just put that in the book. And I'll put that one there, that one in the middle, and then one's going to have an extra. That can go, because that's got that vintagey paper. I'll put that one over there. Okay, now I'm going to divide my digitals, and I may remove something if I've got too many pages, but I do have a nice big spine, so it should be fine. A bit more colour on that one. That's good there. On there, just for something different. That can go over there. There. So just divide them, just sort of get a feel for the colours. One and that one. Okay, so what I do now, this is just automatically going to be my third signature, my middle signature. I'll just turn them around like that, and this is my first signature. So I will then, I usually start with the digital. I'll probably start with that one, or that one. Which will I start with? So I've got my 5. I might start with this one. And then I'll just start alternating my books in, my pages in, and you can stagger them, like, because these are shorter. This page is about the height of the journal. So I might actually put in, I wouldn't put 2 book pages together, but I could put that there, and then I'll put that one in the middle, just to, you know, make it a bit different whatever I'm doing. Put the old paper in there, which is the perfect height, and then we can have another digital. I might put that one up the top because the first one was down the bottom. And then I sort of look what's inside, what I might like to see. Oh, I've got some more. They're more plain papers, so we don't want 2 plain papers together. And this is working out well in the sense that, you know, the numbers are good. But I'm going to put in, I like my digital usually to be in the center. So, although in this case, this is going to be, I folded that very badly. How is that no surprise to anyone? Make sure you're putting everything up the right way. Yep. Oh yeah, I think I like that look. Okay, so that's signature number 1, and I don't think I've got too many pages in there. And then what I do, so this is the front, I flip it over, because that's gonna, when I flip my pile over, that's on the top. Okay, so here let's separate out our pages, our types of paper. Don't have too many. Well, they're all really book pages, and they're plain. Okay, so what I might like to do now is bring my previous signature, and I want to see, what do I want to see next to it? That's too much similar. I could have that. I could have something like that. I quite like that. That one or that one. So I'm thinking between these 2, because this I could actually put a really fun sort of pocket on there. I think I'll do that. I could put a fun pocket on there and embellish it, rather than having 2 pretty pages that I don't want to cover up. So in this case, we might put this one in first. And then I might have 1 plain and 1 digital. We'll have this, like so. One, this one, that's got to be glued down. Put that in there. It should be fine. I might put that more centered, like so, and then I'll have this one, and then that in the center. Slide it up. Let's see. Yep, that'll work. So that's that one, and then I've got this group here, so it's pretty quick. I just pull out a variety, like some book pages, some plain pages, and some old, like maybe some vintage pages, I should say, or, you know, that was part of a document. And then a couple of old book pages. In this case, I put a little bit less of those in. And I've got some plain paper as well, 3 different types of plain paper. So what would I like to see here? Let's see. Yeah, maybe that one, or yeah, I think this one. We'll have that one next to the other. So I'm going to start this time with this. Yeah, why not? So I have a bit more of the other papers than the, you know, I don't have an even amount between the, I think I might put that in the center, between the digital and the other papers. So I'm having to double up on some of that's okay. So that's going to be the 3rd signature. Okay, so that's done. Now what's next? In this book, I want to put some fabric here. So, but I want to glue something there first. So I need to decide whether I'm going to put some old book page. I could put a digital there. I could put a Florentine paper there. I may not have enough, like a big enough piece. I'm just going to go through and see. I do have some. I have some that I don't normally. They're more. These are very expensive. These ones. I don't put those normally in the kits because they're very expensive. I might have a big enough piece of those. This piece might be big enough, not quite. You know what I do? I might put that piece in there. Let me just see. Oh yeah, I would like that. Let me just see my last. Oh yeah, that's nice. Okay, I'm going to put that one in there. And I'm going to put a little piece of this paper across the bottom as well. So it's going to be kind of like a collage. You don't have to have a piece. That is exactly the size that you need. And in actual fact, I can bring it over a little bit because I'm going to put fabric there. And that really makes your spine super strong. Once the pages are stitched in, you just feel like you're really getting somewhere. Even though you might have a whole lot of stuff you have to make to fill them, you do feel like you're getting somewhere. So I'm going to tear this. This is just a craft wrapping paper. I think I had it in my kit last year sometime, and I had a bit left over, so, and I forget to use it. It's actually really nice paper. That's going to be covered. Doesn't want to tear, so I need to use my ruler. Okay, so let's get our glue. Get my glue book and my glue, and I might use this one just to make sure. I'm not going to use a wet glue because it's going onto paper, and I don't want it to go all crinkly. So let's put, but I will make sure I put plenty of glue stick on it. If you don't put enough glue stick on, it's going to come off. I particularly don't put enough glue stick on the edges. If I were using cardstock, sometimes I've actually forgot about my cardstock. I could pull out my cardstock, my scrapbooking papers. I need to do that. I could use that and put that on, you know, on the inside covers as well. That's another good thing. And then that one, with those, you can use your wet glue because they don't go crinkly. But these thinner, even though this is not that thin as a paper, it's a more heavy duty paper, they do go a bit crinkly. So that's that. It's pretty easy. Easy peasy. just making sure. Oh, yeah, I think I got my glue everywhere on that one. Okay. So that's going to go there, and I can see I don't have enough glue there, so there, with that I will just get my wet glue and put that under there. Nope. Okay, so that's that, and then yes, this was the one I was going to stitch directly into it and then cover it with this. So I can take that off now. Move these up here. Oh, don't fall down, guys. Okay, I need to choose a fabric to go inside there. I quite often like to use a ticking, but let me just see. I've gone quiet because I'm choosing fabric. No, that would be make it feel very Christmassy. I need to go down to the next one. No, not that colour, navy. This one. Yes, I might use that one. Okay, so got a nice torn edge there, so I could get this. Oh, this is going to be perfect. Perfect. So I'm going to grab, I don't think these scissors are going to cut too well. And this might be enough to do the inside of another one. I'm just going to pull all the, I don't want all those straggly threads there, they just annoy me. Okay. And then I don't do any measuring with a ruler. It just is not in my being to do that. I just go like this and then fold it up. And that's why nothing is perfect. There, put a snip with the scissors that don't cut fabric and rip it. There we go. Put that piece aside for another one. Good. So I just put this up here. I don't know where my spreading tool is. Oh, here it is. Lily borrowed it and she put it back. She's a good girl. She puts things back. I don't. Now, why is that stuck in there? Why are you stuck? Okay, I've got my, this is just PVA glue. Hopefully that nothing dried in there yesterday and it will allow me to ooze it out. Oh, your big blobs are coming out. Look at that. Don't want too much, but I don't feel like I've got enough there. When I start spreading that, there's not going to be much there. You would never put your fabric on big blobs like that because that's finally coming out, the blobby bits. Because otherwise it's blocked again. So anyway, I think I've probably got enough. It will ooze through your fabric, so you do want to spread it. It does need to be spread. Oh, that's a perfect amount, I think. Just spread it. Because this is also going to be what reinforces that spine there. That's pretty old. And of course the one on the exterior. But sometimes you might have a lovely spine on the exterior and you're only reinforcing it from the inside. Just slide that up. Press it down in the center first. I don't center it, like it's not perfectly centered. Like I have a different amount here to over there, but that's okay because I'm going to put a pocket there, and here I'm just going to put a this book belongs to label. So I do need to add a bit of glue here, and this is blocked, so let me grab a pin. Oh, I heard it unblocked. It made the f sound. It pretended it unblocked. Come on. No, it's not working. Okay, well, I'll get the other one, the big one. I enjoyed using that while it lasted. Whoops, I think this one's blocked as well. Let's see. Yep. We've got glue issues. I could always resort to the tacky glue. I think that glues fabric. No. Okay, I've got another one in my drawer, don't worry. There's more, but wait, there's more. Here we go. I've got another one on the go here. Oh yeah, that one's working. There we go. Done. Good. Now I need to measure. Do I have my ruler? My metal ruler. I need my metal ruler. I don't have it. I thought I did have it. I took it downstairs. Just a minute. I'm going to run and grab it. Can't find it. I know I took it downstairs with me. Did I leave it down there? Oh. I hope I didn't leave it down there. I'm just going to put you on pause. Found it. Yay. So, I can't really see very well my creases, so I need to, it's 4 centimeters. I knew it was going to be 4 centimeters. So I'm just going to take my pen and mark 2 centimeters. Can I see that? I can. And then I'm going to mark 1 centimeter and 1 centimeter. Okay, so then here, how many centimeters is it? Oh, I don't like it when it's, oh look, we can make it 24, so my center would be 12 and 12, and then I like to do, or 2 inches I do sometimes, or I do, let's go here, 2.5. I might do 2.5 in this one. 2.5, 2.5, and 2.5. They're probably crooked. It seems to be over a little bit there and there. Let me have a look. Looks all right to me. Okay, so you can get a book all. Let's pull out the box. This is the box. This is the bookbinding box. So I keep everything in one place, and Usually I can open it. So you can use a book awl like this, or I have a Japanese screw punch. This is a German brand. I like that because it does neat holes. But it doesn't really matter on this project because, where's my mat? It doesn't really matter on this project because I'm covering it on the other side. So, but it's just, yeah, I do use my book awl. If I'm not going through too many layers, I will use it. I just put this here so it doesn't punch holes in my other mat. So this was my hole here. You just press and it just does the hole. I was asked in the last video, how do I stitch through the spine? Was it hard? Well, no, I punch holes. That's my answer. I punch holes in the spine, like, and then you stitch. But you can punch your holes too. You can poke your holes with your book awl as well. It works as well. Okay, so that's that. That's ready to go. How easy was that? And then it is pretty tiring when you do many at one time. I need to grab my signatures, which are here. So this is my first signature, remember, because it's on top. And I need my paper clips, which are here. Got 6 of those. I don't remember where I bought them. I may have bought them. I have a feeling I bought them at Kmart in Sydney. I appear to have lost 2. There's my needle. Let's grab that while I'm seeing it. The other 2 don't appear to be in there. I think, yes, last time I couldn't find where I put them. I think I might have shoved them in here, did I? No? Okay, doesn't matter. I'll just use these. I like the long ones because they catch any pages that are shorter if you're doing shorter pages. Like if I had a little page in there, it would hold on to it. And I put this one here and that one there. Then I measure. I'm running out of space here. Things everywhere. I'll just tap you, make sure you're in focus, because I swooshed in front. Oh, look, that's 9. I can do 4.5. I can work that out. If it's a round number in the inches, I can work it out. But if it's not a round number, I can't work it out. So you find your center, your 2.5, because I did 2.5 on either side for my holes. There we go. That's that one. And that's my first signature. So remember to put it down, face down, so that you don't get it in the wrong direction. Just make sure which way is my up. And this one has big pages, so I think my clips will catch them, most of them. Might not catch this central one. Yes, it did. I prefer the paper clips because when you press down, see how that's pulling that? Because you can always push it down further into the center. So 9, so we can do 4.5. There's my 2.5 and there's my 2.5 there. That's the second one, and then my third one. See, I need my paper clips here because look, I've got my little page there and I need to catch it. So I need to catch it there as well. There, there, and there. No, there. That's it, that one. Okay. So now I'll just put this aside and I'm going to poke my holes with the book awl. Not the book awl, the punch. That was this one. I just want to check that one because I know I made the boo-boo. Yeah, that one. It's the one furthest away. Sometimes if the Japanese screw puncher, like if you've got a really lot of pages, then you might have to, it'll do an amount and then you push with your book awl. So that's the bottom, so I'll just put that there. This is the middle. Yep, I can see through there. And then this one. Okay, so they are ready, and I always stitch in my last signature first and work, which is on this side, and work my way to the fronts, the first signature. So let's grab, I'll just grab this color. It's a fairly good color, goes with everything really. Nice blunt needle. You don't want a sharp needle. And I'm going to go in here, in there. And in here. And do double check that you're not stitching your pages in upside down, because guys, how many times have I done that before? I don't cut my thread first. I need a bit more because, you know, you waste a lot. And if you don't cut it, you don't need to cut it. If you don't cut it, you don't waste it. You might waste a little bit, but not as much as trying to calculate how much you need to tie your signature in. Scissors. And this is just a wax bookbinding thread that I bought on Amazon. I like it because it's thick. I did buy some waxed linen thread from Ireland, and it's very thin, and I found that it cut my pages and I didn't like it. I like the thicker. And there are the first amount of pages sewn in. Here's the middle signature, and I'm going to grab some more of this, grab my needle. Yep, that's the right way up. And there. And also when you come up, for anyone who's new, I've got that in the middle between the two tails. And I can pull this one if I feel like it's too long, and then pull that one, and that way I don't waste quite as much. Pull it tight, and that's the good thing about the waxed thread, is that you can pull it tight and it stays put, and so you get nice tightly sewed in signatures. Take those off. That's my next one stitched in. It's always exciting when the pages go in. And then this is the first signature. And then we can work on the cover, finish off the cover. So really the only thing I did to this book yesterday was to put the tape down as an extra reinforcement for the spine. And then really I'm doing all the work today. Chosen the pages, I've glued the fabric on the inside of the spine, we're sewing in the signatures, and then I'll finish off the cover, hopefully. Just pull that a bit tighter, I think. Just do a double knot. It's not going anywhere. You can leave those longer and dingle dangle things if you want to. I don't. I'm not really I don't normally do those things. just not a me thing to do. Okay, so I better close my glue stick. And we'll just do a quick, see, they're stitched in. That's not too bad. Fairly even. You know, pretty quick measuring. It lays flat. It's nice. It's a good book. It lays flat. That's going to be extended. Let's just double check before we go any further. Nice rag paper. Vintage papers. Can maybe just run your finger down and make sure the crease is happening in the right, you know, it's all nice and creased so they sit well. So that's not all writing paper, but obviously on these pages, they're going to take maybe photographs, or you're going to add some kind of pocket where you're going to add more writing space in there. So you don't have to have everything plain paper. It doesn't have to be all plain paper. You can write on those sorts of papers. So I wouldn't cover that up at all because that's a nice writing spot. I mean, if you're someone who writes a lot, then maybe you wouldn't do a journal like this. You'd maybe do a nice cover and then you'd have it all plain paper in there. But if you're someone who likes to document events and you like to include receipts and business cards and photographs and have a bit of fun collaging, it's the perfect book. So I might need to just trim that a little bit further so it's not hitting the spine. But I love that page. It's shiny, but I love it. So that's the second signature. So I've got plenty of pages. I would say you'd have one signature for, not that I'm going to tell anyone what they need to do, but it could be one signature per Easter. So this could be 3 years of Easter journaling. Because I don't know, like, oh, unless you went away somewhere, then it might be like a 5-day travel journal. Could be. With lots of photographs in it. There we go, nearly there. So lots and lots of pages end up being in these things, especially with that size spine. It was 4 centimeters, which is 1.5 inches. So I'm going to put a book plate there, like this book belongs to, and now we're going to work on the cover. So I'm going to glue that on there, like so, and this was I need to hinge that. I just want to see, I'm going to glue that, I think, over the fabric. Yes, I want it to be over the fabric. Okay, good, so I can glue my fabric on. So I think that's about right. I think that's about how I want my fabric, like that. I think I want it to go a bit further in the back. So let's just try that there, even further. So that I can, yeah, that's good. So what I'm going to do is that, let's see, yeah, that's going to be good. I'll get this glue because this one is coming out. I can't remember. I sort of eyeball where it's supposed to go. And then I'll add more afterwards. And then I do need to I'm going to glue in here. I want the fabric to attach well there because this is a cracking spine. It's not cracking as it's unreal and on fire. It's cracking in the sense that it's literally cracking. Okay, just clean that off on there. Oh, and I've moved it. Doesn't matter. Okay, where's my spreader? Oh, under there. Of course, I will spread it because I want it to stick in all the different parts. You know, I don't want any loose bits, if you know what I mean. And I'll flip it over and glue on the other side afterwards. Let's put that in there. Okay. I'm not too far onto the front. That's it. Good. I love that when I folded it out, it had that, I don't care if there's a crease there, that it had that raggedy edge. That really made me happy yesterday when I saw that. Oh, that was pretty good, if I do say so myself. So glue that down there, and then pull it around, and I'm going to put a bit more glue here. And PVA does glue fabric very well. It glues many materials. It's indicated for paper and fabric, wood. You can glue wood together. It's a very good glue. Very low cost. Well, it's low cost here in Italy, and I think it's pretty low cost in Australia, although I can't remember. It's just a very good craft glue. Here we go. It says wood. What's that in English? Suguro is cork, paper, cardboard, fabric, felt, leather, all types of leather, laminated plastic, and telai. Telai, what would telai be? I don't know. Canvases, I think. I would want to say that they're canvas sort of products. I love this fabric. I'll be sad when I run out of that. I do have a nice piece at the moment, so it will last me a bit, but I do love it. Okay, I can come back and put more glue if I need to. For now, that will suffice. Flip it back over. And now I need to hinge this. So I think we'll use, I might use that paper. It's very strong, this paper. This is going to be good. So I want to cover I will have to cover a little bit of the Buona Pasqua, but which means Happy Easter. Okay, glue book. I think I should stick it on that side first. Very slightly cover the bee. And then I want that to go like that, so put that like that. And then that will fold over, but let's put something inside as well. I might put a piece of this. Won't go all the way up, but it'll go part of the way up. I didn't find any more of this lovely pink one. Pink and orange. In there, and then fold it over like so, and that is my, oh, so cute, my hinged, isn't that a cute Easter postcard? It's vintage, so I haven't scanned it or anything like that because it's 1974. So yeah, I don't know about the copyright on those, so I don't scan those sorts of things. I'm going to put that one there. I don't know if I'll add anything else. I'll look at that after, I'll think about that. I need to think about that. But on this one, I am going to use the PVA on it because it helps if you take the lid off. Good one, Rachel. I'm going to use the PVA glue because even though this is like a thin old envelope, I want it to glue to the fabric. That's what I'm trying to get out. That's what I'm trying to say, is I want it to stick to the fabric, so I need to use the good glue. Although the Giotto does, but as it's on the cover, I'm going to be careful and make sure I use the even stronger glue than the Giotto. Just going to take this off. I want to smush it around on here so I don't get glue everywhere. Because you want all the bits to be stuck. I'm going to put some more on that hinged bit because that's especially going on the fabric. I'm going to put more glue there. But first I'll spread this. So let's put some more on that bit there. So we do want that to especially stick. Okay, it's a messy business. You'll have to wash your hands afterwards. Okay. So then we've got one done. I'm going to just put it down. I probably will put a little something up there. I'm feeling like it's a little bit plain. But I like to stew on things sometimes a little bit. I've got glue on my finger, just a minute. I don't want to smush that everywhere. Even though I pretty much do the same thing most of the time for the pages, I still always find it a fun part of it. I could grab these clever things and just to make sure it sticks there, I could slide those up there. See, they put pressure here to make sure it sticks, and I might slide one up there as well, just to make sure it will stick, but you know, just double checking. There we go. So that's the cover. Love the fabric, love the blue cover. I will put some glue under there and glue that down. I like the worn edges. You might not like the worn edges, so you might, I like worn stuff. Like for me, the more that it's worn, the more I love it. And the more it's, yeah, I do love the worn stuff. But you might not, and you might maybe try and get some book corners on there or something. So that's inside. That will need to be done, and then come back and do those pockets. And here I'm going to add, let's just choose one, I'll glue it off camera, a book plate. So I love adding those. I've got some printed on that chamomile paper as well. Not that one. I think I want a brighter one for this book. Sort of, yeah, not that one. But yeah, it sort of depends on the colours, how you feel about what colour you're going to put on. I'm going to put that one there. It's so pretty. Okay. And then, so I'll cut that out, and but I will glue it off camera. Oh, hello. Did you hear that? That was the lid. Flew off the glue, flung up into the air and went onto the floor, and I just had a little mini freak out. It's all happening, isn't it? The sky's grey today, which is surprising, because I thought we might have the status quo sun, but the sky is grey. Okay. Snip the corners off because I like that. And that's going to glue on there. Yes, and I like that. So there we go. So there is the cover done. I might actually come in, I think I might put a little bit of washi or something there, but you know, I'll wait till it dries. I need to slide that one over further. Just, you can stay open, you silly thing. Stay open. So there we go. So I hope you enjoyed that. That is working on the cover, putting in the pages, and now it's ready for the fun to start. See, there's a little bit coming up here, so I may need to put a little something there, just to help it along. Now this will flip up. It's on the cover of the journal. So I might tie some sari silk around it, and that will hold it down. Like, you know, if you're going to put it in a bag and take it somewhere, you could tie something around it, and that's removable because it's kind of annoying having them attached sometimes. And then that just holds that in place. I could have put something there, like I could have put some, you know, baker's twine around, but then I thought it's sort of adding more and more and more to the cover, and I'm quite happy with it how it is. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will be back tomorrow with a what's in my box. Bye. Did I turn you off? You're still here.